So let's have a quick review on what we have discussed till now. We have discussed about machine learning model. What is machine learning model? Which learns from data, okay, which learns from data to identify patterns and relations in order to make prediction or decision on real-time data set, or new unseen data set. So we have a data set, and that will be trained with ML models, with ML algorithms, to do the prediction or decision on real-time applications. So this kind of a model, we call it as machine learning model. As you can see, there are so many applications of machine learning model: image recognition, speech recognition, medical diagnosis. So these are all the real-time examples for this model, for this machine learning model. So these are all the areas where we apply this machine learning model. Okay, what are all the main types that we have discussed till now? Okay, as you can see in the slide, we have different types of machine learning model in four main criteria: learning models, statistical models, and HITL model, hybrid model. Okay, we are going to see each model one by one. Mainly we have two models, two subtypes in learning model. One is the supervised learning and unsupervised learning. What is supervised learning? If you learn data using a labeled data, okay, using a prior knowledge about the data, if we do the prediction, then that kind of learning is called as supervised learning. Okay, supervised learning. I know before doing the prediction or before doing the deduction, I know that these are all the features of cat. These are all the features of dog. These are all the features of parrot. Okay, if I have a data that concern features along with a label called a dog, then if I have a new data, okay, in which I need to find out the label, it will be very much useful. It will be very much easier. Why? Because I have the features along with the label, correct label. Okay, these are all the features of dog. These are all the features of cat. Okay, if I know the features, okay, if I give you the unknown features, based on the features, it will be easily classified as whether it is a cat species or dog or parrot or peacock. Okay, all the data samples will be classified based on the prior knowledge about the data. So that kind of learning model, which we call it as supervised learning. Okay, I have given two examples. Just go through all the real-time examples given for each learning model. And what else we discussed? We have discussed about unsupervised learning model. What is unsupervised learning model? Without any prior knowledge, without having any idea about the knowledge, if we do the prediction, if we do the classification, if we do the clustering, then that kind of learning model is called as unsupervised learning model, where we apply this unsupervised learning model in case if you want to categorize the customers based on how they are purchasing the items from the shop. And if you want to categorize the content that is present in the newspaper, if these are all the content belongs to sports, these are all the contents belongs to politics or health or education. Okay, without having any prior knowledge. Okay, so based on the pattern, similar features, similar behaviors, if we do the prediction, or if we do the clustering or grouping, then that kind of learning model is called as unsupervised learning model. So what is this unsupervised learning model? The model is trained using unlabeled data. So the model, this unsupervised learning model learns by discovering patterns, structures, or groups in the data. Okay, so it will identify, normally it will group the data based on the similar features, based on the similar patterns, based on the similar structures or behaviors. Okay, so this kind of learning model is called unsupervised learning, that is doing the clustering without any prior knowledge, without any labeling data, that we call it as unsupervised learning model. And these are all the examples which we have discussed. Fine. So news article clustering, photo gallery grouping, student performance grouping. Okay, based on the activity or based on the attendance or based on the marks, if we are grouping the students, that can, okay, in that case we can also apply this unsupervised learning model. Okay, and then we have discussed about semi-supervised learning model. What is the semi-supervised learning model? Combining both the supervised and unsupervised learning, which we call it as semi-supervised learning model, which we are going to predict, okay, which we are going to make decision based on both labeled and unlabeled data, then that kind of model is called as semi-supervised learning model. And these are all the examples. We have the labeled data only for few data samples, and the remaining unlabeled data sample will be categorized based on the knowledge that we have gathered about the data samples. So these are all the examples for semi-supervised learning model. So this is what we discussed in today's class.